What time is it? It's time for another episode of Ask Ericsurf6. But first, gotta head to the post office and send out these snack packs. So ですね、はい。何回も送ります。はい、どうもよろしくお願いします。はい、ありがとうございました。For the record, today is March 20th and the cherry blossoms are blooming. Yes. Gorgeous. They're just starting. Are there any questions? Question number one is from Drew Strong, and he asks, what led you to Japan in the first place? That would be my juggling act. I came over here 25 years ago and had a 2-week juggling show engagement at a theme park and then wound up staying. And that led to a 15-year juggling career here. I say it's too bright here. Let's go find another location. Chris and Don are asking, how do you avoid burnout on YouTube and not take any breaks? And the answer to that is, I love to eat and try new food, but every so often I don't feel like recording a video. So I've been uploading twice a week for quite some time now, and that feels about the right pace for me. It's also good to take vacations once in a while, and I am going to America next week. It'll be the first time in 3.5 years. Next one is from Jamie Gnosis. What culture shocks did you experience when moving to Japan? One, the language was really tough for sure in the beginning. Number two, the food was a huge culture shock. In the beginning, I couldn't eat a whole lot of Japanese food. The diet is completely different than a standard Western diet. So be ready for that if you come to Japan. And lastly, I would say it's a shock how organized things work here in Japan. Things are so efficient. For example, the trains are almost always on time. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. Mighty Max wants to know, how is your older son doing? That would be the dude's got it. He is in America right now. I'm going to visit him tomorrow. So look for some videos coming up with him soon. Question from Sean Patrick. Are you ever gonna bring back the Guy in a Suit series? Well, I've got this new GoPro Hero 11 sports camera, and I'm thinking I'm gonna bring him back this summer. I definitely want to shoot some action adventure videos sporting the suit. PG wants to know, what's a food you used to hate but really like now? What comes to mind first is uni, or sea urchin. I'd say it took me a good 5 or 6 tries to develop a taste for it. It's a bright orange color, it's creamy, and it tastes like peanut butter to me. What do we have here? I guess the name of the game is to toss your rock onto the ledge here. All right, easy enough, I'll play. Oh man, the juggler missed. Question from Carol Lan, is there anything you miss from the States? Yes, In-N-Out Burger. It's the first place I go after I land. Amir TJL wants to know, would you ever bring back vlog times, especially the ones traveling around in Japan, like going to hot springs? I think I'll definitely do some vlogs in California, and then this summer in Japan as well too. Perhaps I'll be wearing a suit. Question from Bags, what is your daily fitness routine? And combination of several things, depending on the weather usually. So it's either cycling, I swim, I surf. I also enjoy hiking and hot yoga. So at least I'll do one of those things every day. Jacob the Embalmer, this could be a scary question. He wants to know, what is your favorite district in Tokyo and why? And I'll say Ameyokacho, which is part of Ueno Okachimachi. It's just a bustling street atmosphere. A lot of great street food and shops and stuff. It's a really fun place. So there, or also Shinjuku, it's got everything as well too. A good number of my videos I shoot in Shinjuku because there's so many great restaurants. Amanda Ray would like to know, how do you go about getting collab videos? I would say, Amanda, reach out to people through emails is usually the best way. And the most important thing, have a specific plan for the video that you want to shoot with them. Lay it out for them, tell them exactly what you want to do, what they should do, and hopefully you'll have some success. Question from Timber Hunter, what is the last meal you would have before losing all sense of taste and smell? Oh, What a question. I would say pepperoni pizza from Costco. Yes. Question from Clive Warren. What advice would you give to someone who wants to quit drinking alcohol? Step number 1, keep alcohol out of your house. All alcohol doesn't go in the house. Step number 2, substitute something for what you're drinking. So, for example, if you drink beer, drink no alcohol beer. And step number 3, small steps. First, stop drinking for 1 day, and then stop drinking for 3 days, and then stop drinking for a week, and then a month, and so on. You gotta set goals for yourself and make yourself accountable. Good luck. The next one is from Scrashly. How did you know where to stay in Japan when you first arrived? The answer to that is I stayed with my sister who was in the military here. And then after about a month, I got myself an apartment down by the beach. And thank you, Scrashly, for becoming a channel member. Yes. I've just recently started channel memberships, and the way that works is if you guys want to join for $5 a month, you get emojis in my live chats, you'll earn channel badges, and there's other perks too. For example, you will get priority response in the comments. Yes. YouTube has got a filter for that now, and I can see every one of your comments. Awesome. And you'll also have access to my community tab where you can see posts that are just for channel members. So for example, I will be posting on there during my California trip coming up in a few days. For those of you interested, just click the link in the description or the join button on my channel page. And thank you so much for your support. That was a deep bow. I don't know if you could see that. Okay, let's take a quick intermission here. I have something to show you. This is part of my hiking trail, and you'll notice all of these stones here. The lighting's not great, it's kind of in the shade a little bit, but all of these stones, and they go in a nice line, but some kids have been messing with them lately. Sometimes I have to fix them. So the rocks measure each day that I've done a hike here since the pandemic started in 2020. And what I do is I add a rock each day that I come here. It's about a 2-hour hike to get back here. Today I came by bike, so it's kind of cheating. It's just one of those things I do, kind of an accountability thing. Each time I add a rock, I see the rocks grow. Keeps a good record of how many times I've been here. I haven't actually counted them, but it's probably 200 or 300. I went real heavy at first up here, and then I started going like single rocks here. So I don't know, 200 or 300 rocks, so 200 or 300 hikes. I'd say it's an average of 1 hike every 3 days over 3 years, 3.5 years. And that's how I stay in shape. That's how you get some. You start a habit and you keep it up for as long as you can. I just met a guy on the trail and he told me there's a big tree down up here, so I have to check that out. Jacob Sebastian is asking, what is he asking? Will you do more YouTube shorts, and do you answer all the comments? This is a new project that I've been working on, the YouTube shorts. I've done a total of 40 of them. I'm about halfway through the releases, coming every day. Check them out if you will. There's a link down below if you're interested. So it's videos that are 60 seconds or less. Some of the stuff is highlights from what I've done in the past, and then there's recent stuff on there as well too. And yes, for the shorts, I do read every comment. The next one is from Yate Hoggins, and he asks, will you eventually return to the US or will you stay in Japan permanently? Well, I do have permanent residency status in Japan, so I could stay here permanently. But the answer is I really don't know. I mean, I'm comfortable in Japan now. I really enjoy living here, but in 5-10 years from now, I might feel different. Who knows? And is this what the guy was talking about? This bamboo being down here and it's falling off the mountain here. Yeah, this part, it kind of hangs over the road. Yeah, I guess that's kind of dangerous. Doesn't seem like a big deal to me. But maybe he's talking about something else up a little further. Let's go have a look. Entering the mountains, going up. I'll show you the local shrine here. It's beautiful and green up here, huh? Next question is from Merrick Jensen. I know you're into magic. Has performing tricks and being on stage helped you become more comfortable in front of the camera? And the answer to that is yes, most definitely. Going into a cave here. Woohoo! It's pretty spooky. GoPro's pretty good in low light, not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, quick break here. Got the greeters here. Yep, a couple of dogs. And they just redid this. It's beautiful. The guy was working on it for a week or so. When I do my hikes up here, I'd hear him pounding away on this thing. Beautiful. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. My deep Japanese bow and my donation. And if you're just getting started making YouTube videos, I'd suggest just give it a try. Make some easy videos, just get used to turning on the camera and recording yourself. Short little videos at first, and you will get better at it. All right, so now we've got a choice. We can go back to the train station. We can go up to the top of the mountain for the view. So park this way. Let's go up to the top. There is a nice view from up here. I can give you a panorama. And it's gonna be windy up there, so I can test out my new windscreen on my mic. Watch your head. Oh, hurt my hand again trying to be funny. Coming up is the sketchy landslide part of the tour. Got scaffolding set up here. And down there, that's where the Inoshishi live, the wild boar. I've run into them a couple of times on this trail, but they always scatter away. They're not very aggressive. The most aggressive things are the bugs in the summertime. Jill Grissom is asking, what's your favorite childhood memory and why? The first thing that comes to mind is when my little sister got her finger caught or stuck in a gumball machine at a supermarket. And the fire department had to come and they covered her with a blanket and they took an axe and they smashed the glass on the machine and gumballs went flying all over the place, all over the floor, rolling all over the place. And all the kids that were there were gathering up gumballs and nobody told us to stop. It was amazing. And it turned out my little sister was okay. She was about 3 years old. Reached her hand up the bottom of the machine trying to get a free gumball, I think. Classic family story. Okay, we are just about to the top here. Look, there's the secret tower. Used to be able to go up there, but they've closed it off now. But there's another tower over there. I'll take you over there in a second. First, let's climb up here. Quick climb up here. Yeah. So due north that way. This mountain out in front here is called Oyama. And the university where I teach is over there, nestled into that hill. It's 10 kilometers away, 6 miles. Question from DRC, do you have to get permission for filming in restaurants? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. In general, it's okay. They really don't care. The main thing is you have to respect the other customers, not show their faces. Which is the problem I had with the hospital video because I showed some of the nurses' faces when they were delivering the food. Battery check, 15%. Ugh. Hope I remembered to pack an extra battery. The name of this place is Shonan Daida. This is a really good restaurant. It's called Flat. Not a very good name, but gorgeous views from inside here of the ocean. And it's cheap. This is the Sagami Bay, which is the next bay over from Tokyo Bay. It's an hour west of Tokyo. Yeah, it's pretty, huh? Lordy Lord! That is a long selfie stick. Let's proceed with the hike. Try not to trip on the way down. Okay, so Lordy Lord has asked, what part of Southern California am I from? And the answer to that is Huntington Beach, yes. So I will be in town from March 22nd to April 5th, I believe. If anybody's interested in doing a meetup, let me know. I would like to meet some of you guys. Next one is from Chris Caught Fire. And Chris's question is, what's the most expensive thing you've bought from a vending machine? Excellent question, Chris, and I have an answer for you. The answer is a tarantula. That's right, a giant tarantula. It wasn't very big actually, but I did an Eric Mealtime episode with a giant tarantula. It was a gas. Would anybody like to see that tarantula? Next one is from Ultima Benessen, and the question is, Ericsurf6, you doing any juggling lately? Well, as some of you may know, I had a hand surgery about a month ago, and this selfie stick is ridiculous. Let's give it a try. Woo! Still got it. Still got it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, ow, smash. I think I just re-injured my hand. Supermax 8077. Come on a little closer here, guys. What's this question again? The question is, how can we learn more about you, Eric? Well, may I point you in the direction of my Ask Ericsurf6 series. I'll put a link down to the playlist below. Check them out, there's some pretty good videos. Page number 9, first question is from Dylan B. Hey, love the channel, could you possibly do a shopping trip? A shopping trip? I did do the New Year's Lucky Bags shopping trip. That was a pretty good video. But yeah, coming up in California, I'm gonna do some vlogging, so I'll include some shopping. Definitely yes. Next one is from Clayton Rogers, and he wants to know, what's your favorite sandwich? Great question. I absolutely love sandwiches. I used to work at Subway Sandwiches back in the early 80s, and my favorite sandwich was the Alaskan king crab footlong. It sold for $7.49, and I could get a 50% off staff discount, and we'd put extra meat on those. But my very first Eric Mealtime was a do-it-yourself crab sandwich. So if you're interested in how to make an excellent crab sandwich, go back and check out Eric Mealtime episode number 1. We are coming out of the woods. Yep, back into the machi or village. Brian Welsh wants to know, is it customary to use a spoon with your soup in Japan? And the answer to that is, it depends on the soup. So for miso soup, you don't use a spoon, you use chopsticks and then you just drink out of the bowl. For something like ramen, it will come with a spoon, and then you can do either actually. So it is 4:30 right now in Japan, and time for me to go home. That is the melody for the kids to go home. If there's any additional questions, please put them below as a comment, and I'll answer it in the next Eric Mealtime. Duh! If you have any additional questions, put them down below in the comments, and I will answer them in the next Ask Ericsurf6. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.